Today we're going to be documenting the Subaru Crosstrek conversion. This car has factory halogen headlights. Whole front end is original. And we're going to show you the performance of the halogens, show you the color in a second. And later in the video we'll show you what we've done to convert it to projector system, what choices we've used and why, and show you the difference, of course, in the performance, the beam spread, the intensity. Give you everything you need to know. All right, so this is what it looks like with the low beams on. Your typical halogen low beams. All right, this is the factory halogen setup. You can see the cutoff line is actually pretty sharp, but there is a good deal of light right above the cutoff. Definitely not enough to blind anybody, but it is there, and it's your typical setup. So you can see it's not enough to blind anybody or distract oncoming traffic. But later in the video, you'll see with the projector conversion, you just don't get that. So we'll take a quick lux reading of before. What do we see there? About 230, 237, I think I saw. And here I am outside the driver's side. Halogen high beams. Low beams stay on in this situation, and an additional reflector for the high beam turns on as a high beam. That's additional light source. And we'll show you how that all differs later on in the video. All right, the Crosstrek conversion is now fully wrapped up. Iris shrouds, D2S Micro Projectors, Osram CBN bulbs, and Halogen ballasts. So that is the definition of an OEM plus setup. It's something that looks factory, but it's just a little different. And just take a look at how well that projector works inside this assembly. The projector, the housing, the projector's recessed, the shroud is a little recessed, and you get a really, really flush look on that projector conversion. All right, was just aiming the lights and wanted to take a quick peek under here. Take a look at this seal. So again, retrofitted headlights that don't look too retrofitted. That whine, by the way, the ignition's on, so it's not from the headlights. And the ballasts and everything is mounted underneath the headlight on the frame on this side. And this is direct plug and play, so there is no extra wiring running to the battery. There can be an HD relay wiring harness, but it's not required with the Halogen ballasts. So everything under the engine bay is looking factory fresh, and it doesn't look modified. And that's what a lot of our customers are looking for. They're looking for that OEM plus setup. Great performance without all the extra things that can go wrong. All right, moment of truth. Let's take a look at how this setup looks with the lights off. Check that out. So you don't see that light above the cutoff like we did with the factory setup. Nice and crisp. Bi-xenon projectors, instantaneous high beams along with the factory halogen high beams, which can be changed out for brighter LED bulbs. We got this dialed into perfection. Again, super OEM-like setup. Osram CBN bulbs, as mentioned, they are not blue. They're a nice neutral white. Not quite LED white, but perfect for a setup that's meant to fly under the radar. If you don't want to attract extra attention, this is definitely your setup. We love this setup. So for a 2.5-inch projector, this thing performs. And if you recall, I believe we got about 30 to 250 lux before. Let's see what we're at right now with the new projectors. Not too shabby, 3 times brighter. You got a lot better width. You got a nice crispy, colorful cutoff line. And this one's a wrap. And look where the light starts. These have a nice foreground limiter. Kind of starts right at that line that we have in the shop. Beautiful color. And best of all, honestly, what I love about this setup is that it's super straight. It doesn't have the flare that you see on a lot of other projectors. I mean, this is our new 2.5-inch projector. The H1 is sort of old news. I'm not quite sure why people are still buying it when they can run the same size projector with a premium bulb. It's overall a superior product. So maybe in a few years when you're watching this video, the H1 won't even be a discussion. Still, it seems like today it is. Anyways, drop us your feedback, leave a comment below. Please hit subscribe. We love to have you following us and keeping up with the latest projects that we're working on. So thanks again, everyone.